Cal Tabor's over.
Yep. I knew it.
A lot of cars. But they have to stop and go about 200 and something.
I don't think the deer was that problem. It is. No, I'm not ready. Like to call the meeting to order, the Isabella County Board of Commissioners. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Weber, Commissioner Campbell, Commissioner Jazinski,
Present.
Commissioner Engler,
Here.
Commissioner Marino,
Here.
Commissioner Swaney,
Here.
Commissioner Holt.
Here.
All present, Mr. Chairman, except for Commissioner Weber and Commissioner Campbell.
And both of them talked to me earlier and they were excused, so. Okay, let's get started. First up, we have approval of the agenda. We have general public comment on agenda items only. I don't believe we have any presentations and special reports. We have no appointments to boards and commission. We have the consent agenda. We have committee reports. There's 7 items. We have the administrator's controllers report. No unfinished business. No new business. We'll have general public comment on any items again, announcements and adjournment. Is there any additions or subtraction to the agenda as presented?
I'll move after the agenda as presented.
Support.
Been moved by Jazinski, supported by Swaney. All in favor of approving the agenda, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, we have an agenda. At this time, I'd like to open it up to general public comment on agenda items only. Please state your name and restrict your time to 3 minutes, please. Okay, do we have anybody online or on phone? Okay, at this time, we'll close the general public comments. There will be another opportunity towards the end of the meeting to comment on any item. With that, let's move into the consent agenda. Mr. Jazinski, you want to start us off?
Yes, I will. Motion reads, move to approve and place on file the January 2026 special meeting minutes and the January 27th, 2026 finance committee as a whole.
Support Swaney.
Been moved by Jazinski, supported by Swaney. Any discussions or corrections? Seeing no comments, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Okay, that has been approved, so let's move right into committee reports. Commissioner Swaney.
Finance Committee of the Whole, item number 1, January 16th, 2026 invoice list, January 23rd, 2026 invoice list, and the January 15th, 2026 adjustment list. Move to ratify and place on file the January 16th, 2026 invoice lists in the amount of $2,328,359.56. The January 23rd, 26 invoice lists in the amount of $517,256.15, and the adjustment list dated January 15th, 2026.
Support.
Been moved by Swaney, supported by Jazinski. Discussion, let's start right with the January 16th.
So on the January 6th invoice list, that does total the $2,328,359.56. This list was sent out previously to the Board of Commissioners and was reviewed last Tuesday as the Finance Committee of the whole meeting. On this first page, you'll find all the invoices that are over $5,000. And out of the over $2 million in invoices, there was $147,023.42 that was from the general fund. A large portion of these invoices involve the Great Lakes Bay Michigan Works, employment services, and monthly rent. And also there are treasurer's second quarter or second disbursements, with the large one of being $1,553,392.20 to the Gratiot Isabella Intermediate School.
Okay, any questions or comments on that list? Seeing nobody, let's go to the January 23rd.
The next one is total invoice of $517,256.15. The general fund portion of that is $44,616.19. And again, we have a lot of services and different grant items that are related to the Great Lakes Bay Michigan Works for expenditures on this. And that takes up a predominant amount of the list on the first sheet.
Okay, comments? We discussed some of these earlier. Okay, seeing no hands, we will go to January 15th.
Okay, the invoice adjustment list, these are the ones that have been, changes were made and corrected before printing checks, and also included on the ones are the ones that are prepaid to avoid late fees and to get early payment discounts. And again, on this list, you will see the traditional consumers energy, Gordon Food Service, and Wind Telecom, to name a few, as well as JP Morgan Chase. So this is for your review and approval.
Okay, any comments on the adjustment list? Comments or question on the totality of it? Seeing none, let's proceed to vote. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yeah.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner Hope, you want to take the next one?
Sure. Item 2 is restructuring in-home services. The in-home service program and mission budget amendment 2026 11 BOC to accommodate the growing needs of the program and authorize the board chairperson to sign this.
Support.
Moved by Hope, supported by Jazinski. Discussion.
So this came at the request of Commission on Aging and Director. First, have a vacant part-time entry admin position in health and scheduling. Like to eliminate that position and then add a full-time in-home services program supervisor. And that kind of brings it kind of in line with some of the other departments, some of the other program directors, some of the other programs have supervisors. So that'll help. There's a huge number of people and a huge amount of activity that goes through that program. So a supervisor would really help kind of streamline that program.
Okay, any questions? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yeah.
Commissioner Engler.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner Moreno, you want to take item 3, please?
Sure. Updated compensation range for park seasonal and permanent part-time park rangers. The motion reads, move to approve the updated compensation range for parks seasonal employees and permanent part-time park rangers, allowing the rates to be set between a minimum of current state of Michigan minimum wage and a maximum of the current rate for grade 1, step 10 of the county wage scale.
Support.
Been moved by Moreno, supported by Jazinski. Discussion.
Yeah, I can,
You're kind of the parks guy.
How we came up with the rate for the seasonals, and it was always kind of a guesstimate. And I'm kind of pleased to see that there is a specific program to determine what that rate should be.
And with the
That should help.
Yeah, and with the new minimum wage scale that they had to be all redone to meet the minimum wage and adjust.
Plus, there's no financial impact would result from this update because all the prior pay grades 1 through 6 fall within the new pay grade 1 range. So that's cool, right?
Yeah, Alexis basically at the meeting last week had said that this is what they had been doing and it's formally putting it in writing, their process. So a lot of dotting our i's and crossing our t's here too.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, let's have a vote.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Slaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yeah.
Commissioner Engler. 5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Commissioner Jelsinski, you want to take item 4?
Shall termination
Request for Mary Ann Engler, PA 116. Motion reads, move to approve the partial termination request for Mary Ann Engler. For the approved resolution to the MDA Farmland and Open Space Program.
Support.
Been moved by Jelsinski, supported by Swaney. Just a few comments. I will be abstaining from the vote because of a possible conflict. That is my mother's property, so.
I did listen to the discussion, and apparently your dad did a favor for a neighbor who needed additional acreage to meet the requirements for a septic system, and that's a very small portion, and it just formally makes that transfer of the land to, that can make that transfer.
He did. It was one of the neighborly things to do, so I didn't charge for to giving that little section of property, so just there was no other place to put the septic in, so anyways. Any other questions? Madam?
Seconded that, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure. Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
and Commissioner Engler.
I abstain.
4 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstain. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Swaney, item 5.
Contract between Isabella County and GIRESD. Move to approve the contract between County of Isabella as the fiscal agent for Great Lakes Bay Michigan Works and the Gratiot Isabella Regional Educational Services District for rental space beginning October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026. And authorize board chairperson to sign same.
By Swaney, supported by Hope. Discussion, just.
So, since you were the fiduciary for Great Lakes Bay Works and they're renting this space to the Gratiot Isabella Regional Education Services District, I believe in Alma is the space. And so we have to approve it.
Good explanation. Any more questions on that? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Hope, you want to take item 6?
Yes, sir. Item 6, budget amendment number 2026-10 BOC. Motion reads, move to approve budget amendment number 2026-10 BOC to move budget for public defender contracted attorneys to its own line item to satisfy MIDC financial reporting and authorize board chairperson to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved by Hope, supported by Swaney. Discussion, just kind of accounting.
Just the creation of a line item specifically for contracted attorneys for the public defender office to make it their MIDC reporting will be there.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yeah.
Commissioner Jazinski.
Yes.
Commissioner Engler.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Moreno, you want to finish this up here?
Budget Amendment 2025-25 BOC. Motion reads, move to approve Budget Amendment number 2025-25 BOC to increase operating transfers out to cover 678 self-insurance fund and authorize the board chairman to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved by Moreno, supported by Jazinski. Discussion, you want to handle this?
Yeah, so this is not a cash transaction here. You cannot have a fund go in the negative at the end of any fiscal year. So this is our self-insurance fund, which is the 678 fund. In the past, he's always been recorded as due tos and due from. So what we're doing is just simply, because you're never gonna repay it back out on that one, being in the past like that. So this just corrects it and makes it a true transfer out. So again, it's not a cash transaction. The cash is already left. This is just taking care of the fund balance number and taking away the due to, due from.
Okay, we had quite a discussion on it Tuesday, so. Okay, seeing no more discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Jazinski.
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yeah.
Commissioner Engler.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We have no intergovernmental affairs. The Administrator Controller, comments?
Thing I'd like to put out to the board is we have goal setting session every spring. So this year, looking at tentatively having April 14th. It's predicted that in the morning we have finance committee with all the looking at goal setting session for the board and staff to come in and kind of throw ideas out there and kind of see what we've accomplished last year and what we would like to accomplish in the next fiscal year.
Beat me to the punch. I had it for announcement, so. But no, it'll be to take out our new software, projection software, and run some numbers. It'll be figure out what we're gonna, how everything's gonna look, so.
So since we're gonna have a quorum there, hopefully, is that a public meeting then that we?
It is a public meeting,
do
yes,
we
and
need
it'll have to
Put a
be.
motion on the floor to.
Just have to announce it within the,
A certain time limit, right?
I think,
Posted and everything.
Well,
like that.
I think the proper way is just like Commissioner Jazinski said, you guys take a vote on it just like you would your regular scheduled meetings, and it's up to
Meeting.
you
So
guys.
what I can do is I can put it on the next agenda. And then.
Play it safe.
Okay.
Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
okay, you done? We have no unfinished business. We have no new business. At this time, I'd like to open up the general public comments. Please state your name and restrict your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have everybody online? Okay. This time I'll close general public comments. You stole my thunder for announcements, so
I'm very sorry.
that happens. Commissioners.
I have an announcement. By the numbers, there's 83 counties in Michigan, and that was established in 1897. The number of seats that can be on a board of commissioners is 5 to 21, and I know we can have up to 9 or something. Just depends on the population. Also, $12.9 billion is the total revenue under county oversight. That's 2021 figures. There was approximately 2,100 number of regular public meetings held by the county boards each year. And each county has a county board of commissioners that serves as a legislative and fiduciary financial decision-making body. The board is responsible for setting policy, passing resolutions, its main device for stating its policies, as well as providing legislative oversight and constituent services. Among its powers is purchase or lease real estate necessary for the site of a courthouse, jail, clerk's office, or other county building in that county. Next is determine the site, remove or designate a new site for a county building. Next is authorize the sale or lease of real estate belonging to the county and prescribe the manner in which a conveyance of the real estate is to be executed. Erect the necessary buildings for jails, clerk's offices, and other financial buildings, and prescribe the time and manner of erecting them. Borrow money or raise funds through taxes as authorized by law. Provide for the repayment of a loan made by the board or tax upon the county. Prescribe and fix the salaries and compensation of employees of the county if not fixed by law. Direct and provide for raising of money necessary to defray the current expenses and charges of the county and the necessarily charges incident to or arising from the execution of the board's law authority. Pass ordinance that relate to county affairs and do not contravene the general laws of the state or interfere with local affairs of a township, city, village within the limits of the county. Require a county officer whose salary and compensation is paid by the county to make a report under oath to the county board. Establish rules and regulations in reference to the management of the interest and business concerns of the county as the board considers necessary and proper. Enter an employment contract with an appointed county manager or other appointed chief administrative officer or county controller. Remove an officer or an agent appointed by the board. Decide appeals under the Freedom of Information Act. Appoint members of the County Board of Road Commissioners. We have elections here, so that's not true here. Appoint members of the County Board of Canvassers, which canvass election results and conducts recounts. And the business which a county board may perform must be conducted at public meeting of the board held in compliance with the Open Meetings Act, Act number 267 of the Public Works Act of 1976 as amended, being sections 15.261 to 15.275 of the Michigan compiled laws. The County Board of Commissioners of a county shall elect one member as chairperson and one member as vice chairperson. The chairperson shall be elected each odd-numbered year for a 2-year term unless the County Board of Commissioners provides by resolution that the chairperson shall be elected annually for a 1-year term. County Board shall act by votes of a majority of the members present. However, final passage or adoption of a measure, a resolution, or the allowance of a claim against the county shall be determined by the majority of members serving. Okay, that's it. But I mean, lots of people don't know what county boards do. And the other thing that a CM Life article just stated and reaffirmed was that there is no mandate for road patrol. So the paper of yesterday, I think it was, has not only that article, but also an article about Supreme Court cases that we are in. Okay, and I got nasty calls about that. So I'm a commissar. We should be calling this the People's Republic of Isabella County, and
Yeah, we all got
they saw it on Fox.
a couple others got those. One thing I will say is that I had the opportunity to chair an organization that had 17 board members on it. It's chaos, people trying to get anything accomplished in there. So I can't imagine having 20 commissioners trying to get stuff done.
Doesn't Wayne County have something like that? And so is
I think so.
Ingham County. It depends on the population.
Population, yeah. So
I agree. Seems
okay, other announcements, sir.
So I did make the drive to Roscommon in the snowstorm yesterday. I attended the Northern Michigan Counties Association. There were a lot of people participating by Zoom. And so their Zoom was not set up very well. And I think the county personnel that usually handles that was missing. So they were walking around with phones and it was a mess. But anyhow, I picked up some information that I think the board would be glad to hear. One is the prepaid inpatient health plan, the initiative to maybe look at privatization and mental health went out on looking for requests for proposals. Apparently, a civil judge indicated that there were issues that could be violation of the state constitution and that it didn't move forward. So the request for proposals, that whole thing was pulled back, taken out of order. And at this point, they don't think that by the time you get all this resolved, the legal questions, that there's not gonna be enough time this year to have a new request for proposals drawn up and resolve the other problems. So it doesn't look like this is gonna move ahead. I think we're gonna continue with our local community mental health and those services, so. Road funding. Apparently, there's a lawsuit by the marijuana retail outlets on that 24% tax. And so it's kind of held up some of the road funding, and I don't know how that's going to impact the road commission budget. But that was a concern that was brought up. Finally, and maybe Jen will know more about this, but Older Americans Act was last renewed in 2020. And it gets renewed every 5 years. So it should have been renewed in 2025. Apparently, it hasn't been renewed yet. And a couple of the county board commissioners expressed some concern. It did come up in 2025 in the Senate, and it had overwhelming bipartisan support. But somehow it got to the House and it crashed. So I'm thinking it's going to be renewed. But Jen, do you have anything more to add to that, or? Yeah. So I think there were other things, the consequence that I probably should have heard that didn't hear, but I thought those three were something that we should report. That's it.
I have a question. Did the other commissioners get that AI summary of the health insurance? Okay, great. I tried the links and all that, you know, it's a big mistake trying to give an approval to get in my G drive and all that. So
Okay, yes.
Just to piggyback on what Commissioner Jelzinski was talking about with that RFP, to privatize our community mental health system, as we met last week, and there was quite a bit of discussion on that. Thing that they do with this legislative year. We're halfway into it already. But it could come around again next year. You didn't really have a feel for whether that initiative really is just gonna die out or if it's gonna build and research it.
One legislator that was there in person thought, even if it did come back, because there's a lot of interest in looking at reforming the system, that it probably be reformed in such a way that it would have the support of counties. So other people are working on it. We'll see what happens.
Okay, any other comments? Just a few that I attended the Intergovernmental Affairs Committee with Commissioner Hope the other day, had a nice conversation, and attended the MTA meeting. And I plan on attending the sustainability conference tomorrow, so just kind of get up there and answer as many questions as we can, so. With that, other announcements, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
support Marino.
Been moved by Jelzinski, supported by Marino. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The meeting is ended at 5:29.
Cool.